Hi, I'm Brian Krebs.
And I'm back.
And this is Buddy Breathing.
Lars, shouldn't you be watching the kids?
Oh, don't worry, I have them on the body system.
Body system?
Yeah, have a look. Buddy!
Just a quick review of Buddy Breathing. The reason you're going to use Buddy Breathing, there's something wrong with your air bottle, you're out of air, or you're just too low to exit the building. This is obviously a last resort that we want to do. So there's two different connections you're going to make. Both are low pressure and using the hoses. You want to call for a mayday immediately, and you want to activate the RIT team. Then you want to go ahead and make your connection. Because don't forget, if you're Buddy Breathing, you're going to be breathing off one bottle. There's two different places you can make a connection. Make it up here on the shoulder strap, on the packs, down here on the hip. Two ways you can do it is you can go from hip to shoulder. You can also go from hip to hip. That's how you connect it. You have a male end and a female end. All packs are the same. You just need to make one connection. That way it doesn't matter if you're going from this pack to that pack, or this pack to that pack. However, if I'm supplying them and we go male to female, it's just you plug and push and it locks into place. The key here is when people try to take this off, they want to just pull on this and it goes nowhere. Only do one person connections. Don't both of you try to fight against each other. But as you can see, there's a spring in here and there's a little give. You have to depress this spring, put pressure on it, and then it's as easy as that to unlock it. Once again, here, depress, unlock it. Easy as that. When you disconnect the shoulder strap here, it's the exact same way. You have to put it under pressure in order to get this lock undone. When you disconnect someone's regulator from his shoulder strap, you've opened up an airway. Close that airway off and keep from any smoke from getting in there. I'm going to undo it so you can breathe a little bit. But then the connection is the exact same as the hips. And you just push and plug. Disconnect, pressure, there you go.
Cool.
Remember, the two connections are shoulder, hip. A couple key things to remember is if the bottle is damaged, that's when you want to disconnect here, go straight to the mask. If the bottle's not damaged, you can go hip to hip. When we connect into our low pressure hoses, the bottles will not equalize. So keep in mind, you are now breathing the air off one bottle and there's two of you. So good practice. You take a breath, I take a breath. Kind of like skip breathing, because if we try to breathe at the same time, we're pulling off the same bottle and we're not going to get as much air, it's not going to be as effective. Anytime making a connection, like we said earlier, one person makes the connection. If I'm connecting him to my bottle, if I go to the shoulder strap, I need him to hold on to this and keep track of it. Because if I get ahead of him and he's not holding this, I can pull his mask away from his face, and that's not what we're looking to do. Same thing with the hip connections. When we connect, the trail person that's not leading will always have a hold of this so they can control it. That way it lets the lead person know they're going too fast and you can control the exit. One person makes the connection, and then now we're in line, so we're not going to get tangled up, and then we can exit the structure. So if I connect to this shoulder or even the hip, I need to be conscious of what I'm doing with his mask if I try to get away from him. What we're talking about is if I get too far ahead of him, you'll see his mask. If he's not controlling this, or we get tangled up, may pull away. And that's the one thing we do not want to do. So it's all about line management, okay? So he'll control that, and then we'll exit the structure. Practice these drills with your gloves on, and just connecting before you actually get assigned your training drills this month. Everything's easy in the bay floor, but when you're doing it and it's emergency, it's the little things you want to keep in mind so you can do it effectively. That is just the very basic connections to Buddy Breathing. Make sure you get good at these connections and know how to get them disconnected and out of the pouch before you get into your assigned drills. Notice that we brought no dive equipment with us today. It is not needed.